Hey everyone, Mike here at KitBash3D, and I wanted to give you all a quick look at our new Substance Material Library. We built this library for studios, professionals, or anyone that is working on a project that need materials that set the tone, match the mood that they're going for, and work really well together. Because you don't want to be building everything from scratch, and you don't want to waste hours searching the internet for something that may or may not be cohesive. We wanted to give you the power to tweak, to experiment, and to dial it in until it's just right so you can finish your project in a fraction of the time. So let's dive in. I have Cargo open, and as you can see, we have a new section called Substance Kits. And there's a lot here already ready to go. So we have the Adventure Starter Pack. This is a free kit, so you can kind of get your hands dirty with the new kits. Hearth and Stone, we have American Neighborhoods, Work Zone, Military Ops, and Armored Hulls, all from a bunch of different genres ready for your project. So we are going to look at one of the ones from Armored Hulls. So I'm going to go over here to View Kit. I'm going to move myself a little bit so everyone can see. Cool. So you can see here that we have some amazing materials. These are all handcrafted. And I'm going to choose the Rubber Tech Floor. It's one of my favorites. We have a couple different download options. We have the PBR textures, which is just the texture maps, and those can be downloaded, and you can import the material straight into your DCC. We have the designer file, the SBS. That's what we're going to be looking at the most today. And then the sbsar file, which is the Substance Archive, so you can put that into any program that reads sbsar files for quick editing, whereas the Substance Designer file is meant for deep editing with Designer. So we're going to do that. Hit download. Sweet. I'm going to hit open. This is one of my favorite materials. Fantastic. So here we are. It's been downloaded. You can already see that we have a nice, clean graph, and we spent a lot of time making sure that all of our materials had nice, clean graphs. They were very well organized. We had them sectioned off to where you can know what part of the graph is doing what function. So for example, this is the base color. And then we have like other functions like the different design of the bolts, and as well as right here's the this pattern. And we'll go over how to make some quick edits with that, as well as noises and all sorts of other stuff. And this is going to be true for every single file that you download within the new Substance Material Library Kit. All right, so let's go over some cool, unique features of what we're providing here. So one is, with every material, we have in front something called the control node, and this is really great for quick editing, and all of these parameters have been exposed for the sbsar file. So we can look at that at the end, but you can see that you can modify the base color, the normal, the roughness, all of these really cool things very quickly right here at the front. And I'm just going to view in 3D view. But then we have other ways of making things super organized, like the portal nodes, because we all know that if you open up some designer files, it can be pretty chaotic with with all the noodles. Get a little noodle factory going. But we made sure that it was very, very clean. Okay, so I'm going to go to Renderer, GPU Path Tracer, because I love seeing shadows. This is really cool material. So just to make some quick edits, but like again, with the SBS file, you're able to edit whatever you want. And that's one of the main points, is being able to go in and stylize this however you need to for your project. So for example, if someone wanted to have this be for a stylized game or a stylized project, you can very quickly go into like the uniform color, choose some colors here. You can see it like, hey, I something that's a bit more vibrant for my project. Maybe something like this. You know, these are all things that you can now go in and edit and then export the maps if you need to. One other example for like a stylized project is, what if you wanted to have this pattern be a bit bigger, a bit more square? Well, you can go and change that too. This is, again, very, very easy to do. Let's just go like 17 by 17 to get it square, or almost square. But yeah, diamond shape. So really cool stuff. So with the SBS files, again, deep editing, whatever you need to make the changes for, and then you can export those new maps for your project. And what's cool is that we have a kit of 20 curated materials, so you can have a bevy of stuff to work with your project. Okay, so the other file that we can download is actually the sbsar file. So like I mentioned earlier, the sbsar file is going to be great for quick editing. If you don't want to go into Photoshop, you don't want to mess with a crazy shader, this will open up in any of the default programs that you have to open up sbsar files. And then there are also some programs like Blender or 3D Studio Max that can read sbsar files, so you can do these edits right in your program, right in your DCC. So in my case, we have Sampler open, but this will also work in Substance Player. But yeah, you can see those parameters that I talked about earlier, base color, normal, roughness. You can now make those changes in quick fashion. And it also has blend modes and all these other cool things that you don't normally get with an sbsar file. So like if you want to do a solid color, and again, trying to get that stylized look, you can make some quick edits. Let's go look at the normal. If you want that to be super intense, you can go do that. But really easy stuff, and then you can, especially with Sampler, you can then blend this with other materials if you wanted to create something that's wholly unique without having to go into Photoshop to do it yourself. So really, really cool, great editing tools here, and yeah, this is all at your fingertips. All right, everyone, have a fun time creating your projects.